Yo, 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 what up? Setgang 6, half a dozen here. I'm here to do my review on the Arcade1Up Street Fighter cabinet, as well as the Arcade1Up Centipede cabinet. Now, I was just going to do the review on the one cabinet. I got this last week, and I really planned to do the review today on that. But I got paid, and I went and bought another one. So I figure I'll do the reviews for both of these at the same time. Alright, so let's get into the things I like or I love about these cabinets, alright? First things first, the artwork is authentic. The artwork is crazy on these. Look at the side of the Centipede cabinet. Tell me that ain't the coolest shit ever. You know, all the way down. I mean, it just looks fucking great. Looks exactly like the artwork. The marquee, everything looks exactly like the old schools. Even Street Fighter. Look at this shit. Got the dope marquee. Even the border around the side, like my friend pointed out to me, it says Barlog. It don't say Balrog, it says Barlog. They even went with the typo that was on the old build, the original cabinet. You know, you look over here, you got the side art, Champion Edition, Street Fighter. So, artwork, 10 out of 10. They killed the artwork. It's perfect to me. The machines look great. Like, I mean, they absolutely look perfect. All the artwork is just, it's nostalgic as fuck, throws me back. Another good thing, you get the arcade gameplay out of these. So when you play this Street Fighter, they're not fucking around. Like, it's hard as fuck. And I've been getting better at it by playing the computer and the crazy AI, and yeah, I've been getting better with Blanca and Bison, people I really didn't play before, but now I don't have to pump quarters in this machine. I can just play it whenever I want, and you know, I'm getting a little better with different characters now. So, okay, so two positives. You know, you got the authentic artwork, and you got the authentic arcade gameplay. Another thing that was dope about this to me is just, it's been a lifelong dream for me. Like, I grew up in the arcades, you know, going to the bar with my mom and stuff, hopping on these, begging her for quarters, you know, just to hop on these games, you know, and it's just so crazy that now I own a couple cabinets. Like, so yes, lifelong dream come true. I'm just super excited about that. They're fun. That's another like of mine. These things are so fun. Like, you gotta lose yourself and just have fun with them. You know, I cannot tell you how much fun. Matter of fact, one of my friends came over and we were smashing out on Street Fighter, and it was like, took me right back to my childhood when you're butt mashing and slamming on them joysticks. So they're really fun. All right. Another thing I'm gonna say that's good about them is the sound. The sound is crazy. If I turn it, they only got 2 sound settings, or 3 sound settings. Off, on, and loud. But even on is loud as fuck. So I'm gonna turn this on just so you can hear it. It's loud as fuck. That's on loud. That's medium. So legit, if you want to play this at night when people are asleep, you don't want me to put something over the speaker so you can play it and not wake everybody in the house up. But the sound's great. Now, one bad thing about this sound, and this applies mainly to the Street Fighter cabinet. Street Fighter cabinet, I know Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the more recent game out of all the ones on there, definitely had stereo sound, so it's missing some sound effects for player one, which is you most of the time, and it's missing some sound effects for that. So it's kind of weird that, you know, I haven't really noticed it that much, but you do notice it. It's a couple sound effects, a Hadouken here and there, and just it don't sound right because you're missing that stereo sound, and they didn't run the sound mono through the one, because if you see here, they got one speaker. It's actually in the control panel where the buttons are. It's just drilled out. So, you know, With Street Fighter, they should have went mono on the sound. That way you got all your sound effects out that one speaker. Let's see here. Another one of my likes about these things is the size. These cabinets, if you see, I have the Street Fighter one on a riser, which brings it up about a foot from its normal 4-foot height. And then I have the Centipede cabinet literally just sitting on my floor. Now for my room right now, this works pretty good because if you see, you can see the Street Fighter cabinet sitting behind the Centipede cabinet. You know, if I put that one on a riser, it's going to block the Street Fighter a little bit, but I'm a little limited on space, so I don't know. I might get a riser for it if I get another cabinet, but right now it's perfect where it's at. With that said, I love the size of these things. I don't want 4 or 5 like arcade size cabinets in my house. I don't have room for that. So this smaller size that you can sit at and play the game, perfect. So perfect size. All right, so the artwork's great, the gameplay's great. It's a lifelong dream to own these. They're fun. The sound's loud and pretty damn good, minus the mono issue. And the size of these things are perfect. Oh, and the screens, crystal clear LCD. I mean, these things, 17-inch LCD displays, great. And you also notice the Street Fighter display has a more squared off ratio, and the actual Centipede cabinet, it's the ratio of the screen, you know, it's longer. It's long ways, basically. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying this wrong, but if you notice, this screen is long ways, and that one's real squared off. And this one, they turn the monitor sideways in here to give it the right aspect ratio for Centipede. That is why I bought the Centipede cabinet and didn't get the 12-in-1 Best Buy exclusive edition that has this and Asteroids in it. It's got like the Asteroids cabinet and the Centipede cabinet plus a couple extra games for $100 more. And I wanted that. But after watching reviews online and stuff, I seen that they like ruined the Centipede aspect ratio. And out of all them games on that 12-in-1 system, Centipede's the best one to me. Millipede, too. So if I was going to play any of these games, I want to play this one in the right aspect ratio. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's why I said I got the Centipede system. Let's see here. So I guess I got to get into some of my negatives. So let's do that. Some of the things I disliked about the Arcade1Up's purchases. Alright, first thing that pissed me off and kind of rubbed me the wrong way about this shit was I spent $300 on these motherfuckers, right? And right out the fucking box, they both had damage. Both of them. They both had damage. Alright, so my Street Fighter cabinet, this fucking thing, I take it out and it looked like somebody spilled milk on the fucking screen or something. There was something between the protective cover and the screen. So I was like, maybe something got behind it. So let me unscrew this. So I unscrewed the protective layer off. And I noticed that it wasn't on the monitor. Whatever it was that was on this shit was on the protective cover. So I'm thinking like, I don't want to scratch my shit up. So preemptively, I go get these little pads that you wipe lenses with on glasses and shit. Because they don't scratch the lenses. They're safe to use on my PlayStation VR, you know, like the real soft cloths to wipe down shit that you don't want to scratch. I use that on this, scratch the fuck out of this plastic cover. Now you can't see it at all. You really don't even see those scratches unless the screen's completely off. I shut this off, I can see them. The light hits it just right, you see scuff marks. It looks like somebody wiped it with a cloth they shouldn't have wiped it with, which is bull because I use a cloth that it doesn't create any scratches. So why this thing scratched up, I have no idea. Also, there was a scratch on my LCD screen. Like enough where you could put your fingernail in there a little bit and it was a scratch. But I don't notice it. I don't even see it now. Because of the cover, maybe. I don't know. Or the screen protector. I don't know. Maybe that's, you know, hiding in the illusion. You know, something. Anyways, I don't see it. So that was one issue. There's also a couple little minor issues. I don't know that you can see, but if you see these corners a little bit scuffed up here. Alright. The front of the monitor here was scuffed up here. Fresh out the box. All this stuff was fucked up like that when I got it. Alright, so no, not a huge deal. Nitpicking a little bit, but the screen shit pissed me off. Alright. Then you got the Centipede cabinet. And I noticed right out the box there's a scratch there. Oh well, you can see it. There we go. I focused it a little bit. See that? It's just fucking torn there. Alright. Alright, another scratch in the back here. Right there. Yeah, see, it's hard to see, but right there. That bothers me. Not a huge deal. I can deal with it a little bit. But out the box should be fucked up. But this kind of pisses me off. Something about this screen, and you're not going to be able to see, my lighting's terrible. But if you notice here, they got where they show you how many points you get for each thing. It's the actual border for the old arcade game. It shows you how many points you get for each character, but it's literally below this. Like, it's below the control panel. So I don't know, like, the points. Like, you can read it. It's 1,000 points to kill that thing. But these other ones I can't read because it's below the control panel. Somehow, I don't know if this is sitting too low. Everything's perfect. I put it together the way it was supposed to. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they printed that out wrong. I don't know. Whatever. So, cabinet damage pisses me off. The LCD screen and protective cover for the screen scratching up easy, that really pissed me off, but whatever. That's the biggest negative I got so far. Okay. Another issue I experienced, and I'm giving it to you real. I love these things, but I gotta tell you the issues I've had. Otherwise, if you encounter them, you're gonna be like, why the fuck didn't this motherfucker tell me about that shit? I spent $300. I'm gonna fuck him up when I say it. No. Alright, so another issue I experienced was this ball top right here will not screw all the way down. See that? See that gap space there? See this one? Down all the way. But see, look, these screw right. Oh, they go around. Okay, this one's on pretty good, but these do come off a little bit if you play a little too rough, but yeah, this one just won't go down all the way. I've tried, and the fact that this spins, it'll just keep spinning no matter how hard you try to turn it. So I don't want to I could grab a tool set or something and tighten that up, but I don't want to fucking scratch everything up, so I'm just not even gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna hope Arcade1Up sends me a new ball top out. Alright, the other thing I hope they send me is the control panel covers, because I've heard from multiple people that these control panels, the more you play on them, that some of this paint starts to wear off. Alright, so I don't want to overplay these too much, especially this one. This one's beautiful, you know. Like, I don't want to overplay this. And you see there's a little scuff right here, right on the corner. See, that's out the box like that. So I really don't want to even overplay these till I get the control panel covers, so I can keep them looking nice. I do realize you're gonna get some wear on these from playing them, and they're gonna, you know, look more arcade style. I get that. But I want them, I've only had them for a week. I don't want to do a bunch of damage to them in a month. So, Arcade1Up, please send me my control panel cover for Centipede and Street Fighter. I already emailed you. I got a reply that said, what's your address and your name and where'd you buy it? And they never messaged me back and said they was going to send out the cover. So I messaged them back again and said, hey, I want to go buy the Centipede one. Where's my cover? They haven't replied. So fuck it. I bought the Centipede one. So now I want my shit. Arcade1Up, I want my shit. Send me my covers. So wear worries. That's a dislike. You know, what it happens. Everything you buy is going to break down over time. Another thing, it's a nitpick to me. Like when me and my buddy were playing this, it gets a little crazy with Street Fighter. You get to jamming on them sticks and trying to block and throw Hadoukens. It gets a little wobbly, I ain't gonna lie. But it's not, these things are built sturdy, alright? They're sturdy. They're not cheap, like IKEA furniture like some people say. Now, can you put them together easily like IKEA furniture? Yeah. But this wood is pretty solid. Like, the side panel's solid. This front thing's thin. This is thin. You know, that's thin. That's thin. Solid. 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 Everything else solid. You know, it's a solid build. But with Street Fighter, now, I do have it on the riser. And I was told that you can screw or run a screw through the riser all the way through the cabinet, and it'll, you know, provide some stability. Fuck, what? Stability, motherfucker? You can't talk. So it'll provide some stability if you put a screw through it, and or put 4 screws through it. But I didn't do that right now. I don't feel it's necessary. It's perfectly fine how it is right now. Other minor dislikes, as you see, my dislike list is not as long as the like list. Minor dislike is, I get that we want the authentic arcade experience, but it would not hurt to have a pause button on these. It wouldn't hurt. That's all I'm saying. It wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't even hurt to have a difficulty setting on that. But I get it. You want arcade authentic? I'm with it. I'm with the shit. I'm with the shit. But a pause button wouldn't hurt, because, you know, motherfuckers, this is my house now, so I might have to go use the bathroom, go answer the front door or whatever. So it'd be nice to be able to pause these and walk away from them and come back to my gameplay. But, you know, it's arcade authentic. What do you expect? So what do you want? My other thing, well, the other thing, save states or high scores. That's one of my bigger dislikes. Why does this $300 cabinet not save my high scores when I turn it off? You know, can I even have a battery memory function? I can buy the battery myself. I don't understand why I have a $300 arcade cabinet and it don't save my high scores when I shut it off. I gotta start all over to get that top score. It'd be nice to have that top score and then my friends come over and they could try to beat it. But you see how I did that? They'll be below me, but they're trying to get there, but they can't get there, but they're trying real hard. That's what I want that high score to save for. So I did hear, however, that Centipede's high score is saved. I don't know. I just bought the thing. I can't really do like a huge in-depth review on this, but I can say I played all the games on this, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Now, the trackball itself, feel-wise, feels great. Feels like feels great. Looks great. Works great on Centipede. Works great on Millipede. Missile Command and Crystal Castles, I don't know what they did. They missed the mark there a little bit. Maybe I gotta loosen this up by some more gameplay, but it just don't feel right on the other 2 games. Missile Command, I'm not a big fan of Missile Command or Crystal Castles. I'm gonna be honest. If them 2 games weren't even on here and it was just Centipede and Millipede, I probably would have still bought this. So yeah, I know I'd have still bought this with 2 less games. Like, those games, I don't need those. I bought this for Centipede and Millipede. But the trackball, like, I just don't understand how these go into full production and nobody game tested these fucking things to see if, like, and then if you work with the original developers and the licensors or what, the people that own the license, Atari or whatever, like, they didn't game test this for you put it on store shelves and go, hey man, Crystal Castles, it don't feel right. You know, Missile Command, it don't, like, nobody noticed that shit doesn't feel exactly arcade accurate. I don't know. It don't have to be exactly, but yeah, it feels a little off. But I tell you what, Centipede, Millipede, 10 out of 10. Maybe 9 out of 10. Maybe I'm not as arcade savvy as I think, and they're not perfectly accurate, but they're fucking fun. It's perfect to have in your house with the trackball. I mean, this thing, the screen's right ratio, trackball's there, you got all your buttons right where you need them, you know, like, everything's perfect, you know, for this. Missile Command, Crystal Castle, even on the Street Fighter, I hardly play the other. I like the old school Champion Edition, so, I mean, but these are my personal preferences. You guys might feel a little differently, but I would say if I had to rate the Street Fighter cabinet, I would give the Street Fighter cabinet, for knowing what it was, knowing it had, see, that's another complaint about the Street Fighter cabinet I do have. You got Champion Edition in this, and then you got Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers, and then you got Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. We didn't need the new challengers. We had Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. It's the same game, but more shit. It's just added shit. It's like the same game with DLC, basically. I didn't need Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. I would have been happier with Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Or Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Street Fighter 3 in this cabinet. Would have knocked it out the park. But I get it. Y'all gotta sell more. So you're gonna want more cabinets. So you can't put all the good games in one Street Fighter cabinet. I get it. No big deal. So that's a minor complaint. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I had to rate this for I knew what games I was getting on this when I bought it. So I can't give it a lower rating for that. So I would say the Street Fighter cabinet, honestly, it's like 9 out of 10 for me. I mean, it's almost perfect. I love this thing. Centipede cabinet, I gotta give some more time. But as far as how Centipede plays, I love it. I assume this trackball is gonna loosen up the more I play. It's a little rough right now. Doesn't roll at all. I mean, you go to push it, and maybe does a quarter of a spin around, stops, if that. So I think I just gotta loosen up. I literally bought this thing hours ago at the store. So I do have a video that's gonna follow this, that's gonna show the build and how I built it. And sorry if this review took too long. I see I'm going on 23 minutes right now. So that's it. Whole lot of gang shit, whole lot of arcade shit. We out here. Well, hope you like the review. Like, subscribe, leave me some comments if you got anything to say below.